بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. الفقه الميسر في ضوء الكتاب والسنة. We will continue with fiqh class. After we don't take the tamheed and we don't look at the first two masail under the first bab, ahkam al-taharati wal-miyah. We don't look at the first mas'ala when ta'rif al-tahara, the types of tahara, the importance of al-tahara. Then we also look at the second mas'ala, the second issue where they talk about the waterway is permissible or the waterway we suppose for use for purify or for clean ourselves. The waterway the Sharia allow for make we use for clean ourselves. Now we look at al-mas'alatu thalitha. We look at the third mas'ala. They say al-ma'u idha khalatathu najasatun. Al-ma'u idha khalatathu najasatun. The water, if dirty thing mix with them. The water, if dirty thing mix with them. For example, the water we wet go inside. Wet na dirty thing. So the water, blood go inside. Naam. Al-ma'u idha khalatathu najasatun. The water, if dirty thing mix with them, فغيرت أحد أوصافه الثلاثة, then it changed one of the three states of the water. ريحه, it changed the smell, that's the scent, the water in scent. أو طعمه, or the taste. أو لونه, or the color. فهو نجس بالإجماع. The scholars, they all agree say this is dirty. Dirty thing go inside the water, it changed the water in scent. The water done dirty. Dirty thing go inside the water, it changed the water in color. The water done dirty. Dirty thing go inside the water, it changed the water in taste. The water done dirty. Yeah, the scholars, they all agree for this. لا يجوز استعماله. Well, if the water dirty, that means it's not permissible. They're not allowed for use them. We know they use them for worship. We know they use them for domestic affairs. The water we wet go power, wet change the water in scent. Person go take and brew clothes? No. Now so back we know they use them for worship. فَلَا يَرْفَعُ الْحَدَث. That water they, person no go take her for ulwala. Now so back person no they take her for was ghusl. That the hadath, the two way they make person all wala or was ghusl. If you apple the person this kind of water, where dirty thing don't go inside, it change, you know they remove the hadath. Wala yuzilul khabath. Now so again, the water where dirty thing don't mix with, you know they take them for clean with clothes or with body or the side they pray, the khabath. Outside the khabath don't take place, the najasa. Outside don't take place. Somebody know they go take that kind of water they for can clean day. Sawa an kana kathiran aw qalila. The water is beaucoup, is small, as long as where the dirty thing go inside, it make a change, it make effect. But that water they don't dirty, you know the user. So this case is not clear. Amma in khalatathu najasatu. What about a case we are in? The dirty thing, it mixed with the water. وَلَمْ تُغَيِّرْ أَحَدَ أَوْصَافِهِ. But it not change one of the three states of the water. So here what we don't learn? We don't learn say, when dirty thing go inside the water is divided into two. Number one, the dirty thing, it change either the taste or the color or the scent. Then in the young case, it's clear. We're not for user. The second case, when the dirty thing go inside the water, the dirty thing it not change the taste, it not change the scent, it not change the color. In this case, what thing for do? The two go inside the water, it dirty. But who go check the water, it not change. The taste change? No. The color change? No. The scent change? No. So here, what thing for do? أما إن خالطته النجاسة ولم تغير أحد أوصافه. If the dirty it mix with the water but it not change one of the three states, فَإِنْ كَانَ كَثِيرًا. Here the scholars then divide this water also into two. The water way that it go inside it not change. If you look at them from these two angles, this water is boku or is small. Now the Sheikh then say, فَإِنْ كَانَ كَثِيرًا. If it be said the water boku, lam yanjus. In this case, it not go be dirty. That water is not dirty. وَتَحْصُلُ الطَّهَارَةُ بِهِ. And cleanliness they take place. That is, they were able to use that water for clean. For example, person go to Mabana Wataki, a toilet or a wet. The water na Wataki like I bokusho. Person one green water man in wet, you go able to make any effect? No. So here, it's not bad at all. That water they can use them for ulwala, they can use them for was, ghusl, they can use them for domestic affairs. Problem no day. Waiting though, because the water boku, and because it boku, lam yahmil al khabath. You know they push away the dirty. نعم فإن كان كثيرا لم ينجس وتحصل الطهارة به. وأما إن كان قليلا, but if the water small, فينجس. Here the Sheikh then say the water is dirty. If the water small, dirty thing go inside, the water is dirty. Small water, wet go inside. Now, but it not change. It not change the color, it not change the scent, it not change the taste. But the wet don't go inside, and the water small. Here the Sheikh then say, "Fayan jus." That water day, it is dirty. Wala tahsulu taharatu bihi. But and they not the use them. That is cleanliness. Not they take place with this water. Not they use them for clean yourself. Actually, at this point, the scholars then get boku explanation at this point. Some of the scholars then say, we not look at the water in boku one or in small one. Some they say, they not look at the water where you shake one side, the other side, because some scholars then also then say, how you go able to determine the water is small from the way boku. So they say, if you go shake the water on one part, the other side shake, that means the water small. But if you shake the water on the one side, then the other side not shake, that means that water they iboku. Other scholars then say they look at the use. This water they use them or they not use them. So all of them talk here then they. But some scholars then say all this not to in with the look. The water in boku one or in small one or in shake one or in not shake or in use one or they not use our all this not to in the look. Who's how they look? The water change or it not change. So some of the scholars they say that this will look. If the water change, then in this case we'll not for use them. But if the water not change, I like it small, I like it boku, will they use them. But let we not go out of a book. Let we pay attention to a book. Here the scholars then say, if the water small, then dirty thing go inside. Here, that water they become dirty water. So we'll not for use them for ulwala, we'll not for use them for worship. Now, the next point is, how will they determine the boku water from the small water so that we're going to also for use and also not for use? Now I make the scholars then say, وَحَدُّ الْمَاءِ الْكَثِيرِ. Now the measurement or the limit of the water we boku, مَا بَلَغَ كُلَّتَيْنِ. Now the water we reach, this measurement when are the two kulla. Not like them kulla the way we use now. This now another measurement. ما بلغ كلتين فأكثر. If the water is two kulla and above, that's the water in boku water. والقليل ما دون ذلك. The qalil, the small water, now they already below kullatayn. Here again, another issues then I have plenty. Especially the hadith where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, إذا بلغ الماء كلتين لم يحمل الخبث. The scholars then get plenty talk about this hadith between the one they will say the hadith yathbut or the one they will say the hadith lam yathbut. Or say the hadith na confirm hadith and the one they will say the hadith not to confirm hadith. The scholars then get long explanation here and we're not going to go too much into that explanation there. So now I make some scholars, they say the hadith not da'if aslan. So because of that, I make go to they look at, or not they look at the water in Boku one or in small one. Now the changes now they look at. Other scholars, they say, Boku, other scholars, they say the hadith, na correct hadith. Now, looking at the different narrations, when they put together, now, so the hadith, na correct hadith, then we get their own explanation. Say this particular hadith, na in the scale, for make we know the waterway Boku from the waterway is small. This measurement again, the scholars then get differences. Some then say na 307 liters. That is to present day measurement. Other scholars then say na 270 liters. Naina kullatain. And if you look at Wiyombuko they read, they say na 160.5 liters. Naina the kulla. So we book now they read. Now, I just they bring some of the differences. What him bring the differences? Now because the scholar they left for argue? No. Not so because they left for argue. Now just take simple example today. Blacksmith. If a blacksmith make 2, 3, 4, 5 cup of them, then we'll get the same measurement. The prophet in time, we not a machine be they make them cup there. Or them measurement there. You go find out, say, then go make cup the way it be say, the measurement is near. But difference is most there. Some go big past the other like that. So now so the kulla they be there, then intending there. Then measurement what they call the kulla, now so they be there, then intending there. So because of that, when the scholars then come for make takdir, for estimate, some of them then look at and say this now 160 point this, some then look at and say this now 307, some then look at and say this now 270. So now then differences then they then get because of this reason. Now I make some of the other scholars and say, what will the focus part inside this hadith? Not all this we present estimate. We liters the whole they measure now. But waiting at the intent, waiting really the prophet mean for talk about. Because the reason for this hadith, Ibn Umar, this hadith, say the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam then can ask him about the water within the like the desert, for example, like the water they within a bush, the animal and they can't drink. Now, then wild animal and they can't drink. And it's a big animal where they drink water, the food, the animal, the motor, all they go inside. So where the animal they can't drink that water, they ask the prophet, that water is permissible for use or is not permissible? If fine for use or not fine? Then the prophet say, إِذَا بَلَغَ الْمَاءُ كُلَّتَيْنِ لَمْ يَحْمِلْ الْخَبَثِ. If the water reach 2 kulla, then here that water they the harbor dirty, that is the kick off the dirty. The explanation in the back for لَمْ يَحْمِلْ الْخَبَثِ, that is the khabath, they make effect for that water day. It just like now water key, for example. If somebody go wet there, the water says if they push away the dirty, the filth. So now the hadith this. Now because of this hadith, make the scholars then say, if the water reach kullatain, somebody go wet there, for example, or somebody go to a dirty thing there. But this dirty thing, it not change anything. It not change the taste, it not change the color, it not change the scent. Then here that water there is permissible for use. But any water where they below that kullatain there, then say it dirty. Now, وَأَمَّا إِنْ كَانَ قَلِيلًا فَيَنْجُسْ. If the water small, that according to we Boko they read so now, what do they mean by small water? Then the water will not reach kullatain, then the small water. What in a Boko water? Now the water will reach kullatain and above, then the Boko water. So if it be say in kana qalilan, if it be say the water dirty, then somebody go put dirty thing, they fill the thing inside blood. You go put wet inside, but it not make a change. That water they yanjus. Wala tahsulu taharatu bihi. Cleanliness not take place. Let me give another example. Somebody put cooler. They will cooler. They are all used for wala. He put water inside. Small picking go drop small wet. They put inside that cooler. Day. When you smell the scent, you not smell the wet in scent. That water day. If you use them for wala, no waiting do because the water inside the cooler is small and the tea will go inside na dirty thing. So therefore, enough for use that water day. والدليل على ذلك حديث أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله عنه قال. Now he bring the dalil. It's in Abu Sa'id hadith. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Prophet said, إن الماء طهور. The water طهور, pure. These are the asl for water. The asl, al-aslu fil miyah at-tahuriyah. The asl, the water idoti. Now, la yunajjisuhu shay. That water they win are the pure water. Nothing not the dirty. That means if you dirty it in Kamparam and the water boku, that dirty it in the water they kick them away. Wa hadith ibn Umar radiyallahu anhu anna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam qala idha balagha al-ma'u kullatayn lam yahmil al-khabath. He said the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said if the water reach kullatayn lam yahmil al-khabath ay lam yatahammal al-khabath. If the water reach kullatayn lam yahmil al-khabath ay lam yadurruhu. Some scholars also they say lam yadurruhu al-khabath. The khabath not they affect that water at all. Not they affect them at all. هذا وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.